Namaste. Welcome to your practice to cultivate your inner power, your inner strength. Why is this important? If you ever feel frustrated or impatient or have difficulty moving forward towards what it is that you're wanting to create or to accomplish, this practice is helpful because it will help us reconnect to our own sense of inner power, inner potency, inner prana, to re-energize us, to give us the juice that we need to move forward and continue going each day with optimism, with enthusiasm, with inspiration. It's designed around the energy of the third chakra, so Manipura chakra. We can visualize this area of our body as the color yellow, like a shining sun that gives us that same strength and that same energy, just like the sun rays do each and every day to the earth. So let's begin. I invite you to close your eyes for a few moments, place your hands on your lap, and take a few deep breaths. Inhale deeply through the nose and exhale with a sigh. We allow always those first few breaths to help us tune in to our own inner currents. I invite you to check in and just notice how it feels to be in your body right now. Begin to deepen and slow your breath down. As we create an intention for our practice to cultivate our own inner power, our own inner prana, this vital life force energy that lives within us, that can be dormant at times, and through movement and breath and intention, we can awaken this part of us that gives us the inspiration and the energy and that enthusiasm that we need to move forward. So place one hand on your solar plexus in the front of your body, and you can place the other hand, just the back of your hand, in that same area just below the shoulder blades. Keep the shoulders down and relaxed. And once again, with the eyes still closed, we begin to sense this area of our body, the solar plexus. There are a lot of nerves and muscle attachments and pulmonary attachments in this area. And if you ever get tense or stressed, like most of us do at some point or another, this area can get a little bit tight and can restrict our breathing and the functioning of our diaphragm. And so the posture sequences and the breath sequences we'll work through here today will help unlock those deeper tensions that can create feelings of nervousness and anxiety. And so with more freedom of movement and more breath, we feel more liberated, more confident, more calm than to be able to do our daily tasks with greater ease and confidence. So let's contemplate this area of our body that we call the Manipura chakra, the lustrous gem, a shining jewel, shining brilliant yellow sun, perhaps. You can visualize that in your body right now. And breathe into that space, knowing that this is the area of your body that represents being able to take action. It's about your confidence, your self-esteem, your belief in yourself. Contemplating perhaps what project or what that one thing might be that you've been procrastinating on or that you're having difficulty moving forward with in your life. And create the intention now to cultivate the juice that you need to blast through that with this fire energy of your third chakra. So now let's open our eyes, hook our thumbs together, extend the arms up overhead. We're going to take 2 rounds here of the Kapalabhati breath work to really start to fire up this area in our belly. So as we exhale through the nose, we draw the belly in sharply and strongly. So it's more important to go with strong pulsations than try to go too fast. If you're used to it, you'll start to build up your speed. The inhale is spontaneous. The exhale is powerful. All right, let's begin. Take a breath in and pump the abdomen with the exhale. You can keep the eyes closed if you like, or just focus on a gaze in front of you on the floor, eliminate distraction, and stay with that rhythmic breath. Exhale completely. Let the hands come back down to your thighs. Suspend the breath out. Draw the belly in. No breath. Take an inhalation now, about 3/4 of your lung capacity. Hold the breath in. Stay relaxed. Draw the chin slightly down to your chest. Engage the pelvic floor muscles. You're lifting up and in, feeling this containment of breath, energy in your torso. Hold another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release the breath. Close your eyes still. Feel the effects of that first round of breath work. Any natural pulsing energy, heat in your body. Let's take another deep breath and prepare for a second and final round. Hook your thumbs together, extend the arms up overhead. Try to lengthen your arms, lengthen the torso and the side body here. Let's breathe in to prepare. Eyes open or closed, just follow your gaze ahead of you. Find that rhythmic breath again. Let's begin. Exhale completely. Draw the hands to the thighs. Let the breath suspend out. Pause. No breath. Inhale now, 3/4 of your lung capacity. Draw the chin to your chest. Sustain the breath. Let's contain it around the pelvic area, drawing up and in, chin to chest. Like you're ballooning your whole thoracic cage. Your lungs are filled. Your body is relaxed. Expanding the rib cage, the torso, as your lungs are full. 5, 4, 3, 2, exhale. Take a pause, drop down into your inner home, into your inner self to feel what's there. And just notice how it feels to be in your body. And then open your eyes. Let's come to all fours now. We'll take a few rounds of cat breath. Spread your fingers nice and wide. As you inhale, curl your toes under, lengthen the spine, stretch from tailbone up to crown of your head. As you exhale, press into the ground, into your knuckles and the joints of your fingers, spine round. Do that a few times on your own. Let's go. On the inhale, you lengthen. On the exhale, rounding the spine, flexion, extension of the spine, finding space in your ribs, your spine, your vertebrae. Exhale as you draw the belly into your back, relaxing your head down. We'll take one more round like that. Find your neutral space after that last breath. It's where you're just honoring the natural curves of your spine. Take your right hand and cup it around your neck. Draw the elbow up to the ceiling on a deep breath in. Exhale, twisting through the mid-thoracic spine, draw the elbow to the opposite side. Let's go with our breath. So breathe in, opening the elbow up towards the ceiling. Breathing out, reaching it through underneath as you're threading the needle as far as you can go. And draw that awareness around the mid-spine, around the solar plexus area, that place where your hands were positioned earlier. And we'll take 2 more breaths like that. And just notice how your body moves without moving too much through the pelvis. We're encouraging more movement around the sternum, the shoulder blade area. And as you take the elbow through, this time release your neck and extend your entire arm underneath your body so that you've got more weight on the back of the shoulder than you do on your head. And try to bring even weight through both of your knees. So pause here, breathing in, breathing out. Extend your left arm upwards towards the ceiling and begin to draw circles, which is wonderful for stretching your pectoral area, releasing any tightness through the shoulder, the upper mid-back. Let your breath be smooth. And take your left hand to your lower back, or if you'd like, a little farther, perhaps reaching to the opposite thigh or inner thigh. And we encourage the right arm to extend towards the left side to deepen that twist through the upper middle back. It's very nourishing for the brain, for the mind. And as you breathe in again, let's extend that left arm up. Breathe out, take the hand back down to the floor. And as you inhale again, take your head back up and extend both arms upwards here overhead. So drawing the hips inwards. And let's interlace fingers, press the palms upwards towards the ceiling. And as you exhale now, turn the torso towards the right side. As you inhale, come back through the center and exhale, turning to the other side. Let's do that one more time. Breathe into the middle. Breathe out, twisting to the right. And last time, in and out. Inhale up. Draw the hands down about shoulder heights, like you're coming down into warrior 2 arms. Float the arms upwards and float the arms back down about shoulder height. Let's do it again. Arms come vertical. Turn the torso to the right. Arms come back down, parallel to the floor. And then bring it back up. Beautiful. Take your hands back to all fours. Let's do that on the other side. Neutral spine. This time the left hand is cupping the back of the neck. As you inhale, open the elbow towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, threading through, elbow comes to the right side. Keep going. Follow your breath in. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale up. Exhale, turning from that mid-thoracic spine, getting a sense of that area around the sternum, beneath the shoulder blades, your middle back area. All the respiratory muscles and attachments here starting to be oxygenated. Releasing any tightness or tension maybe from that area. As we bring more fresh circulation, more suppleness to the spine. We're not forcing or straining, just feeling that range of motion. Nice and smooth. We'll do one more there. And the next time you exhale, the elbow comes through. Extend your entire left arm underneath and gently rest down onto the back of that left shoulder. Pause there and breathe, bringing more weight onto the 2 knees rather than your head. Wonderful for bringing more blood flow to your glandular system, your lymphatic system, your cardiovascular system, your heart, any inversions. This is a nice gentle one, nourishing our brain. If you'd like to go a little bit deeper, that right arm can extend up. Start doing some circles with the arm. Feeling the mobility of your shoulder joint, and you can move all the joints of your arm if you like here. The elbow, even opening and closing the hand feels good. Just checking in to see how that feels to move the shoulder. Does it feel restricted? Does it feel smooth? Hands can come down to the lower back now, or you can take the hand to the opposite thigh. Imagine Drawing the left arm through to the right a little bit more, still keeping even weight on the knees. So maybe back your weight up a little bit on your knees so that you don't have so much on your head. Wonderful for stretching the back of your shoulder and the upper back. We'll take one more breath here. Extend your right arm back up to the ceiling as you fill your lungs again. Exhale, hand comes to the floor. Inhale, lift your head back up. Moving back through table position, and then float the arms skyward, interlacing the fingers up overhead. Lengthen the arms, draw your bum in. Exhale, turn your torso towards the right in just a gentle twist. Come back through the middle. Exhale, turning to the other side. Let's do that one more time. Your whole torso, the entire spine, twisting, your head follows. Nourishing your back. Gently, but at the same time, bringing more energy to your body. We'll float the arms back down here like warrior two arms. Turn your head to look behind the back arm, and then float the arms up, warrior two arms, bring them parallel to the floor, and up. One more time. Cultivating more potency, more energy through the shoulders, through the back with the movement and the breath. That'll be the last time there. And then come back through the table pose. Sit back to child's pose for a moment and bring both arms over to the right side, left hand on top of the right hand, and draw the pelvis and the hips over towards the left side. So that you begin to notice more sensation between the ribs on the left, underneath the left armpit, all the way back to that left hip. Take a deep breath into your side body. And then hands over to the other side, right hand on top of the left. Add a little pressure, draw the hips over towards the right. So you're feeling that opening through your lat muscles, your back muscles here, under the armpit area, the ribs, all the way back to the outer part of the hip. There's a little counter pressure. There's always a grounding force in our yoga postures, elongating sense as well. There's a grounding or a rooting, and then a lengthening and a reaching, never forcing or straining. Come back to the center. Come back into your table pose. Now, take a breath in. Let's extend the right leg back, curl the toes under, and just give it a little rock, as though you're rocking towards the right heel here. And draw the heel in all directions. So you can go inner, middle, over to the other side. Giving your toes, your ankle, and your calf a little bit of attention. And then after another round like that, let's extend the legs straight up, about hip distance or hip height or spinal height. Reach into your heel, pressing back firmly. Draw your belly in, so you're activating your core muscles, your spinal muscles. Stability is the work here. And if that feels steady for you, let's take the left arm forward. So we're reaching from the fingertips right out through the heel, creating length and strength. Gaze your vision just a foot or two in front of you here. Now move your arm and your leg in a diagonal position, left arm to left side, right leg to right side. So we're elevating and reaching, noticing the abdominal muscles starting to kick in, your spinal muscles starting to reinforce, hugging the bones. Come on back to the center. Left hand comes to the floor, that right leg stays up. Release your hands, you're pressing evenly through both sides. Let's exhale with a big ha, knee to forehead. Breathe in and let's begin. Smooth yet powerful and strong motion here. Give me a few more. After that last one, sit back to a child's pose. Take one breath. Come on back through the center. And let's do that on the other side. If you need to release the hands and the wrists, give them a little shake out. Okay, so you're not straining any of the joints in your body. And let's extend the left leg back. Toes are curled under, and we rock to the heel. in all directions. So to the left, to the center, to the side. And direct your attention to your toes and the base of the foot here, your calf muscle. That's it. And bringing more suppleness to the entire body with these motions. We'll do a couple more rounds here, and then we'll elevate that left leg, hip height, press out through the heel, draw your belly button in so you're strong, grow stronger in this position here. A really great posture for strengthening the deeper inner unit of abdominals and spinal muscles. Try to lengthen right out from the heel, so you're pressing into an imaginary wall, and that starts to activate your gluteal muscle here and your spinal muscles. Right arm extends straight out, so we're pressing to the heel, reaching to the tips of the fingers. We're drawing in, so get a sense of, yes, that requires some flexibility through your joints and also a lot of stability, getting stronger. Stay with smooth breaths and take your arm to the right side in diagonal position, left leg out on a diagonal position. We're reaching, we're extending without forcing, but there should be some deep sensation in those muscles. Gazing your eyes, maybe a foot or two in front of you. Take another breath. Come back through the middle with the arm and the leg. Place that right hand back on the floor, and let's exhale with a big ha, knee to forehead. Keep going. Rhythmic breath. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, knee towards your forehead, stimulating your abdomen, the solar plexus area. Inner organs getting a nice massage. More circulation means better cellular health, means more vibrant energy available to you to do everything you need to do. Keep going. One more. And then when you're done, release. Sit back to a little child's pose for a moment. Wiggle side to side. And then come back through all fours. This time we'll move into downward facing dog. So let's take the hands a little farther forward. Walk back your feet towards a plank position so that they're hip distance apart. You can keep the knees soft to begin. So we're pressing away from the hands, just guiding the torso back, head and neck relaxed. You can pedal the feet a couple of times, right heel, left heel. And draw both feet together now. We're going to do 4 rounds of this. It's a 3-legged dog to a pigeon. So extend the right leg up and back, like you're pressing the heel upwards towards the ceiling. As you exhale, bend that right knee, bring it through, and that right knee guides towards the inner wrist or the index finger. So we're not trying to take it fully into pigeon pose the first time, which is so great for the hips. We'll do that 3 more rounds. So press through like you're going through your plank again, back up to 3-legged dog. As you exhale, knee comes through. Keep going. Smooth out your movements. Take your time. There's no rush. Be mindful of your motion, mindful of your breath. When you come through that pigeon the next time, that right knee is slightly on an angle here. Left hip, knee, and ankle are in the same line, straight back. Now use your fingertips on the floor to press into the ground, almost like you're doing a cobra with your upper back. I'm going to relax my back foot down. Shoulders draw down and back, collarbones expand. We look up, breathe, and allow that full elongation, like you're stretching almost from the sternum area here, back to your belly, and then back towards your left hip, out towards your left toes. Starting to open up perhaps some of the deeper connective tissue around the hip. When all of that starts to liberate, we have more energy, more circulation available to us. Beautiful. We're going to come back through the downward dog and pigeon pose. or the three-legged dog, I should say. So back through, three-legged dog, leg up, bend your knee this time, right knee, send your right knee up towards the sky, that right foot slowly towards the left side. Now ground down evenly through the 3 points on the floor. So firmly press into your fingertips and your knuckles. So you're not just dumping your weight into your wrists. And take another breath there. Draw the foot back down, right foot to the floor, and walk both feet in, maybe a half a foot distance, feet close together. We're going to add a little twist again here. So left hand reaches for the outer right shin. Could be your thigh, your knee, your calf, or your ankle. And we gently hug that hand so we start to take the left shoulder down towards the floor. And if you can, look under the right arm. Keep pressing away from the hand here so you've got that balance on your 3 limbs on the floor. If that's challenging or too challenging for your balance, separate your feet a little bit more. Take another breath. Bring that left hand back. Good. Now right hand reaches towards the outer left shin or the ankle. Elbow and shoulder of the right come down towards the floor, and we look underneath the left arm and breathe. So again, paying attention to all that sternum area, twisting through the mid-thoracic spine. We'll take another breath. Hand comes back to the floor. Walk your feet back again. Still glued together. Let's take the three-legged dog on the left side this time. Bend your left knee, draw it through towards the inner wrist of the left. It's like you're coming into an upward cobra with the spine, not going into pigeon all the way. Okay, we're going to go into motion once again. So take your breath 3 more times that way. Savor the breath, savor the motion, as though you can get a sense of balancing your own stability with your own mobility. And with practice, you feel that those movements become smoother. The breath carries you through. So there's no movement with no breath. There's no breath, there's no yoga. No uniting of all of the energy currents in our body. Breath guides the way. So after that last one, you can open that left knee out to the side slightly, fingertips on the floor. Sinking the hips downwards. Now, if we were to hold this pigeon for a longer time, we could always place a block or a cushion underneath the left hip. All right, so open up through the collarbones. Look up as though your upper back is doing a little cobra here. Shoulders down, jaw and facial muscles are relaxed. The breath is deep. Just getting that sense of opening from the sternum or elongation to the belly, to the hip, back through to the toes. And see if you can just allow yourself to relax a little bit more into that pose, even though it might be offering some deep physical sensation, as long as there's no pinching or pain. All right. Let's get ready to release. Stepping back through that downward facing dog, 3-legged dog, left leg up and back. Bend that left knee, send it up to the ceiling, left knee over, left foot over to the right side. Press evenly through the 3 limbs on the floor, through 3 areas on the floor, the hands and the foot. Breathe, relax your head and your neck down. And the foot comes back to the floor. Let's take both knees to the floor this time. Take a breath in. Lengthen through that cat pose right where you began, the long spine and then the flex spine. Do that one more time. Sit back to your heels. Have a seat. Now let's keep the left knee bent and the right foot or the left foot just across into a seated twist here. So left foot on the outside of that right thigh. So one final twist before we start to conclude the asana practice. You can hug the left thigh with your forearm and the left arm reaches up, allowing you to go vertical. Ground down through your fingertips and allow the shoulders, your head, and your mid-spine to do the twist. Close your eyes and direct your attention to the third eye area, the pineal gland, right in the center part of your forehead, center part of your brain, kind of directing the area there, or energy there. And know that as you inhale, we can imagine drawing that pranic energy up the length of the spine to that third eye area, the pineal gland, the circulation as it rises up with the help of the pose and the help of our breath. And then the energy terminates at our nostrils, the right side and the left side, that we call Ida and Pingala. Our masculine and feminine channels. This is a nice balancing position, although you may feel that stimulation of the twist. It's also very soothing and nourishing for our nervous system. So notice any feelings or sensation around the face. Sometimes we notice the sinuses open up a little bit more. We can breathe more freely. Moving into our feeling sense. Let that be your last breath for this pose. And we'll inhale again, send that left arm up. Release, interlace the fingers on the shin. And just lengthen the spine here for a moment. Take a breath. Extend both legs in front of you, both arms up. Forward fold, reach for your ankles or your feet, forehead towards the knee. Take a deep breath there as though you're opening up a little gateway in the lower back. Allowing the lower back and the entire spine now to just take in all of this nice energy that you've just cultivated. And then have a seat. We'll bend the left knee this time and do that twist on the other side. So the right foot on the outside of the left thigh, hugging the right thigh with the forearm on the left. Float the right arm upwards, just allowing yourself to find space and verticality. And twisting through the shoulders, anchor the fingertips on the ground, just to help you have that sense of groundedness, just like you do in your two sit bones right now. So everything starts from the ground up. So you're blossoming from the earth. So when you inhale, and this is all very subtle, you're taking a breath in, you're finding that lengthened space within your spine, your torso. And as you exhale, your belly button draws in. We're twisting from the mid-thoracic area, sternum, middle back, beneath the shoulder blades. Letting the shoulders turn, your head twist naturally to look behind the right shoulder. You can allow the eyes to stay closed and create that directional sense of the area between the two eyes, third eye, pineal gland, your brain. And knowing that with every breath that you take as you ground down, there's this beautiful, subtle energy that's rising up your spine. So we're not forcing in the pose, too grippy and not too lazy either. There's somewhere just in between. It's that just right principle. Not too little, not too much. Are there any pulsations in your body coming up the back, your facial area? Breath is smooth. Allow there to be lightness and joy in your posture, in your energy. So after that last breath, let's start to release from the pose. Lengthen both legs in front of you. Take both arms up and forward fold one final time. Let the belly come down towards the thighs, reaching for the feet, just in a really nice, soft way. No struggle, no strain. Let the forehead move down towards your knees. Take a breath. And then start to roll and round the spine back up. Find the middle of your mat. I invite you to come into your final resting pose in Shavasana to integrate this beautiful work that you've done to cultivate your inner power, to come home to your own energy, to your own sense of well-being, to give you that potency and juice that you need to move forward. Close your eyes. Let a sigh escape. And if the affirmation works for you, as you move into this relaxation, simply repeating, I am home. I am home. I am home. This place where you recharge, regenerate, restore your vital essence, taking refuge to build your strength from the inside out. Enjoy this next couple of minutes in silence and stillness, trusting your body's wisdom to do what it needs to do right now, to follow what you've just affirmed, to come home and to restore your power. You can stay here for as long as you need to. If you're ready to come back, begin to wiggle your extremities, your toes, your fingers, and allow for any kind of stretch that feels good to gradually make your way back onto your side and then into seated. Take your time during that transition. As you come back into Sukhasana, nice, easy, seated pose, place one hand on top of the other on your solar plexus. Close your eyes, feeling this brilliant yellow sun inside of you, glowing. Your inner potency, your inner power, your inner strength, restoring this vital essence so that you can move forward in your projects, your creative endeavors, and all those things that you wish to accomplish with greater ease, with this natural power behind you to fuel you and help you along the way. Draw your hands together in Anjali Mudra, uniting your right, your left, uniting all polarities and all parts of yourself to feel connected and centered in your own being. Bow your head to your heart in a silent inner thank you. Thank you to yourself for having taken this time to take care of your mind and your body and your energy. And may this energy follow you in the rest of your day. Let's take a final breath to conclude our practice together. Namaste.